Almighty back in the building. I hope y'all having a good week, you know what I mean? Got the homie Dagger on the show tonight, you know what I mean? It's going down. Shout out to the sponsors, you know what I mean? Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, Elite Sound International, of course, Blaze 'em Up Radio. Definitely make sure you check out that Mickey Bourbon, you know what I mean? Whiskey God, yo, that joint we dropped on YouTube, shit is fire, man. Produced by yours truly, you know what I mean? Make sure you check that out on YouTube. We're gonna be dropping on all over the platform soon, but as of right now, it's a video on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, you know what I mean? Check it out and all that. Just waiting for the homie to hop up in there. Yo, peace, what's good, what's good? Shout out to everybody to be supporting the show, you know what I mean? Doing this for hip hop, of course. Shout out to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace, peace. Peace to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a dope show. Make sure y'all tuned in. Peace. Tech one. Peace. Yo, just hit that request button, fam. Yo.
Yo, peace, fam.
Peace. What's good? What's good?
Chillin', man. I was trying to get you on a desktop, man. That shit wasn't happening.
Yeah, you know, Instagram be acting like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But how's your week going though, bro?
Yo, I'm here, man. I'm here. I woke up today, you know. I'm blessed, man. I can't complain at all, man. I appreciate you for
No
having
doubt,
me.
no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, nice to meet you, brother. I see you
Yeah.
doing your thing with the Snow Goons and everything. Yo, big up, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt. Now I appreciate what you do for hip hop, man. I've been checking out your joints and stuff, man. Yo, you got some real authentic shit, man. Like I think, yo, like I'm loving the shit. I'm loving the content, man. Like I'm not gonna front.
Thank you, man.
Well, we gonna get into that in a second, but I think we'll start off with just tell everybody who you are, what you representing and whatnot.
Yo, my name is Dagger. Solo MC out of Boston, Massachusetts. Veteran MC. I've been in this for 30 years plus. Been a part of numerous groups, you know, that have made some noise. Electric Company, Knights of the Round Table, you know, toured the world with Edon, toured the world with Insight. Yeah, I'm a father. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I'm a son. I'm just a product of hip hop.
No doubt, no doubt. That's what's up, man. It's good to hear, yo. I figure I said off the show. I'm not sure if you've been asked this before, but I figure I throw it out there anyways. So, where did you come up with the name Dagger?
So when I first came up, man, I was a b-boy, and I was a b-boy with my man Corey. He lived like a couple houses down from me, and we were breakdancing for like local hip hop acts and shit like that. And you know, we at one point we was just like, yo, we're nicer than these dudes, yo. They ain't saying nothing. Why we dancing for these cats? So his name was Corey. My name was Dwayne. CD. We came up with Cloak and Dagger. We was into the comic book shit. We was into like the yin and the yang, the positive, the negative. He had the deep baritone voice. I had the high, kind of crazy voice. So it just made sense, man. It was Cloak and Dagger. And I stuck with Dagger ever since. There was variations of that shit that I had used, you know what I mean, throughout this evolution, but yeah, Dagger. That was the start.
That's what's up, man. Nah, it's a dope name. And yo, I'm a Marvel head. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate anybody that supports it in general. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. It's funny you say that though. To segue real quick, because of your album in 2021, DA to the G, Cloak and Dagger. Yo, that track, that shit had me stuck, man. Like that shit was real in your ear, real in your face shit. Like, and the way y'all was rapping on it was it was sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not used to hearing that anymore. Like I mean, I have a lot of dope artists I work with. Snow Goons pump a lot of dope artists, and I mean creative juices. All my peoples pump a lot of dope underground. But for some reason, y'all kind of brought me back to like a cannabis era, where like it was a smart rap. Like you had to sit there and like really connect the dots and like the vocab. Y'all got some heavy ass vocab, man. Like I appreciate the fuck out of that shit.
Yo, thank you,
So
man.
I just want
Thank you. I
word.
feel like that's you know, that's probably homage to just like the years that we've been in this, man. And we write and we write and we, you know, we about vocabulary, man. Not to be nerdy or anything, but like, you know, there's only so many words in the English language, man. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of cats, a lot of rappers, man, they use like this certain pocket of words, and there's just so many more words, man, and we could just freak that more. So I appreciate you saying that, man. Like that means a lot. You pay attention to
Cause
lyrics.
I'm an MC too, though. So that's why it's like,
Exactly.
that's why with my show, I can relate to a lot of artists because, you know what I'm saying? I was on the block spitting, ciphering and shit. So I know what it's like to really be heavy with the vocab and with the lyricism in general. Because like you said, unfortunately, a lot of people dumb it down because of the record deals, because of the fan base they're trying to reach out to. So, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people dumb it down. And it's like, you know, it's cool with the street shit. I mean, but I look at it like anybody can do that. Anybody can rap about drugs, anybody can rap about guns, but for a real lyricist to step up and use words that makes people want to pop open dictionaries,
yes,
like that's my kind of motherfucking hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, and the fact that shit dropped in 2021, that shit had me baffled because, like I said, you really don't hear that as much as you. So even cannabis don't even drop it like that no more. So it's like it was refreshing for me to listen to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had to travel back a little bit. I mean, because we're gonna talk about the newest joint too, because the newest shit was hot too. But for some reason, that album, I don't know, like it was crazy. And then on top of that, to top off the cake with the ice and this shit, you had the homie Rusty Jux on there. So like, yeah, that shit, and the fact that it had like a real unique beat to that shit, man. Like it was like some shit I ain't never heard like before. It's like the reggae mixed with like the fucking. It was crazy. So I mean, for those that didn't listen, that didn't hear it, go check it out, man. DA to the G album, man. Spotify everywhere, yo. That shit's crazy. Rusty, of course, dropping the motherfucking fire. And you held up. That was the funniest part too. Usually when I hear Cash out of rap with the homie Rusty, it's like they can't really. Sometimes they can't really keep up because you know what I'm saying he's a vet too. But you kept up with it. So you know what I mean. That was refreshing to hear. So I had to give those shameless plugs real quick because that shit was hot.
Appreciate that,
you know what I mean? Before we get into your new release, but yeah, so that shit was hot. So speaking of, let's just hop right into the newer joint because I got a couple other questions that I want to kind of throw you on your toes and shit. But I figure let's hop right into the new album first. So Black Flowers, yeah, that's a crazy title. What made you want to come up with that?
Man, it took me. I was a couple of songs in before we kind of settled on that vibe, man. And it was my man Shizreal that kind of suggested that vibe because in my lyrics and in the songs, he was hearing like a certain trend. So yeah, man, Black Flowers is pretty much paying homage to the Black family. You know, it's something that was created by Black family. You know, my wife's on the joint, my twins are on the joint, my oldest daughter made the artwork. You know, my son in Germany got a little feature on there. And it was dropped on Juneteenth, man. And all the tracks, you know, they mean something, man. They mean something towards the black man in America, and just like the black struggle, and just the struggle in general, of just like the oppressed people. So whether you black or not, just yeah. So that's kind of the vibe behind it.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I definitely caught that vibe to it. Like, I mean, me personally, like, just to throw my little opinion on it, I love how people stand with each other in general. You know what I'm saying? And there is a lot of bullshit going on, and there is a lot of shit that is not being mentioned too. Because, you know, like I said, like I stand with all races. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of Latinos that do get police brutality and a whole bunch of shit that, you know, we really don't get, you know, don't get to see the light. But however, I love when artists can come together and like really express themselves on the mic, not get too political, but also not get too opinionated. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you put your opinion in something, sometimes it's like they try to make it into a fact. And that's where it doesn't work for hip hop, because it is an expression of self, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you throw too much opinion in it, it loses its credibility.
Yeah, they call you
in a
preachy
way,
or whatever, or like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think I probably experienced that early on in my career. You know, before Conscious was cool, before that was like, you know, like I feel like Conscious is like one of them blocks right now, like it's like a thing. But back in the day, like nah, like I was probably considered more aggressive and probably more preachy. So yeah, be a point for sure.
I mean, but the way you handled it though, like that's what I liked about it. Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be political and stuff, sometimes it does throw off a fan base. I mean, that's just the reality though. So I mean, doing that in general, it does kind of, it's a catch-22 in a way. But the way you handled it, I felt really was appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Because not only did you not like go all like too in depth with it, you actually made it a catchy kind of thing too, where it's like someone could just be leaning in the car and just blasting it. Even though what you're saying has a lot of substance, it's still the fact someone could really jam to it. And that's what I loved about this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Really listen to it, and you know what I mean? And I love the way you set it off. The intro, definitely, like, I sat there and really sit there and listen. I was like, yo, this shit is pretty heavy. I'm not sure where that's from. Like, I'm pretty sure it's from, you know what I mean? Like, but that shit was really, it was deep. It was deep. And POV, is that the one with your kids?
Yeah, so POV features my daughter Courtney. And they're twins. I had twin daughters, Courtney and Kennedy. And yeah, that features Courtney, man. And that joint for me is pivotal, man. That was produced by B Leafs. He slid me the beat, and at the time, we had recently got diagnosed that she was on the spectrum. You know, there was some wild shit going on, man. She was pulling out her hair and like she was eating it. Like there was some wild shit going on, like not normal shit. And the pediatrician kind of brushed it off, just like, oh, just cut her hair and all this shit. And I'm like, nah, something's wrong with her, yo. Like, but thank God, man. Music, I feel like, was one of the things that I don't know, man. It was just like some natural therapy. So I'd always be in the studio where I'm at now, and I'll be fucking around with some beats, with some chords and some hooks. And that POV joint, man, I was working on that, and I was just singing this chorus. I can't sing for shit, but then she started singing, and then she got the xylophone, and she started like, and at this point, man, she wasn't even saying like mommy and daddy. Like, she was mute. She wasn't like talking, like, you know what I mean? So the fact that she was just like, she would absorb all of this shit, but she needed like some kind of outlet, man. And it was like that joint when she ever did that shit, I recorded. It's on my Instagram page, man. That to me was like, when we recorded it, and she was into it, she was digging it, and like, yeah, man, she's just blossomed like a flower ever since. But that was the start. I was just like, well, damn, let's just do a whole album like this. Like, this is, we in a pandemic, we can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? All we have is each other. And I'm sitting on all these dope beats, and the vibe is right. So yeah, man. Sorry to blab, but yeah, to answer your question, POV features my daughter. That's kind of the backstory behind that. But that was the genesis of the whole album, essentially.
See, I mean, it's definitely not. It's not. Yeah, you definitely. It's good to hear though. There's always a backstory to a lot of albums and a lot of tracks. And I heard the child in it. At first, I thought it was maybe a sample, but then when I sat there and rewound it and shit, I'm like, oh, all right, that must be his daughter or somebody. You know what I mean? And the fact you sung with it too was like, all right, cool. He was brave enough to, you know what I mean? Like, you know what, fuck it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's music. You know what I mean? Like, you express yourself how you express it, and it sounded dope. So it worked.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I even asked B. Lee, so I was just like, bro, you okay with all that, with the xylophones and everything in the background? Because he made the beat. He's just like, yo, it's perfect. So I'm just like, all right.
Word. That's what's up. Now to get a little more further into it, do you have a favorite track? I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna say, but do you have a favorite track so that kind of sticks out to you, or maybe two that stick out to you off the whole album?
I'm not gonna talk about POV no more. That's obviously like that means a lot to me, but I think the title track of the album, the Black Flowers joint, that to me means a lot. You know, it's an Insight beat. I haven't rocked with Insight. It's been a few years since I've rocked over an Insight beat. And that kind of just embodies the essence of what I was trying to do with this project. So yeah, I think that's definitely up there. And then I don't know, man. It changes every day. Like, you asking me this now, and then you ask me this next week, and I may have something different. But,
Change.
I would say
I know.
And then I would say maybe Make Money is like a close second.
See, I like POV as one of my favorites. Well, definitely now because of what you said, because of the backstory, it definitely, I'm a parent too, so it definitely hits home. But it's more so the lyricism behind it. It goes back to what I was saying with the sophisticated rhyme scheme and the vocab. It's like you really went in on it. And it's like, you know, you would automatically hear the way it starts, you would think it was going to be like a soft style kind of track possibly. But
right,
you came in mad hard with the lyrics and shit, and it made it what it is. And the concept in general, like the hook and everything, like it made sense as you sit there and listen to it. So that was definitely one of my faves on that. The title track too, definitely. I like the beat. I like the feel to it, man. Like it was real. It was ill, man. It was definitely an underground feel to it. It wasn't like a laid back. It was more like a in your face type shit.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's really, I think one of the deepest ones. Like it might not have been the deepest in general, but to me, like I like the concept of Frosted Flakes. Like I feel like a lot of people don't really touch that subject as much as they should. Like everyone could rant about it all day, but to really pick at these fraudulent artists and really break it down, like, you know what I mean, elaborate more of what's going on with it, with the fakeness. Like that was the perfect track for me, because like I need to hear that sometimes. I think a lot of people need to hear that. They need the truths in their face, like, you know what I'm saying? So definitely that track too. It definitely, yeah, I was liking that shit. The beat was dope too. Whoever produced that was a dope track. All in all, everything was in line, man. I like energy too, though. I like how you was discussing, you know, like back to what I said about the whole street shit and the lyricism. So like the way you broke that down too about like, you know, you could be the hardest cat, but you can still be a smart cat. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You use your brain. It's really not that complicated. But I definitely like that. But it's really like it was a really deep album though, too, all in all. Like, but it has a lot of bangers and it has a lot of good content that kind of sticks out at you. So I definitely recommend that for people to check out. You know what I mean? Black Flowers. It's on all. You dropped it. You dropped it. When did you drop it again? What
Yo,
was it? When was the
I
date?
dropped it on Juneteenth, man. So this is something that hopefully will be celebrated, man. You know, ain't trying to be too deep or nothing with it, but like or connected to like our freedom of like, you know, colored people, but that shit, man, I dropped it on Juneteenth. It was actually Father's Day on top of that. So
Or
so yeah, man, hopefully this is something that at least gets people talking, man, and unites people, man. You know.
also the other thing I wanted to mention was the crazy part about it too is you also rolled the whole thing pretty much by yourself. So like, you know what I mean? So that's also that's what makes you a strong artist because you know what I mean? Like I said in many a show, if you can't hold up an album by yourself, you know, you kind of gotta destroy and rebuild because at the end of the day, like that's what makes you what you are. So I appreciate the fact you didn't have like every track with a feature and shit. 'Cause, I mean, as much as I want to hear Rusty jokes on everybody's shit, and I want to hear, you know what I'm saying, or I want to hear so and so Nems, or, you know, all the hard hitters right now. I want to hear an MC really get down and dirty on their own shit like the whole way
That's it.
through.
What's your
So
craft? Right, right. Nah, salute.
so I definitely appreciate that shit. So we covered that for those that want to check that out. This is also gonna be on YouTube later, so everybody can run back and double check everything. But we got that out the way. How to get that out the way? It was a dope album.
Thank you, bro.
And then like I said, the previous one too. So but now I want to get you on your toes a little bit because I want to see like what you got, what you guys say for some of these questions. So first off. Who was some of your favorite artists growing up that kind of brought you into the mix?
Um, Yo, I was a Zulu Nation cat, man. So I was heavy into native tongue. So like, you know, a lot of Tribe Called Quest, a lot of extensions from the tribe like Busta and all that. Leaders of the new school before Busta was Busta. Um, um, I don't know, man, like old school, like Percy P, like I don't know, Busy B. Even that was like one of the first. Check out Busy B, man. Y'all Google that shit. Like, dude was nice. You know, NWA had an influence on me. Yeah. Big Daddy Kane for sure, man. I used to study his lyrics, like on dogs. Like, yo, when he did the symphony, I think I wrote out his lyrics and just memorized them shits. Like, and I was just in it, like as if I was
That's
saying.
what's up.
But Cool G Rap, that whole squad, like, yeah, man. I was all over the place. I loved Del, the Funky Homo Sapien. West Coast dude. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time. When that album came out, that was like 93, something like that. That was like the Souls of Mischief. All them cats over there. But yeah, I don't know, man. There was a lot of cats that influenced me. Shit, Karis one, of course, the teacher, man. I don't know, man. I had told my wife earlier, I was like, I need to like make a top 10 list because I keep getting asked these questions and I feel like I just kind of just spit off the top, but I don't really have a top 10, man. There's so many that have like influenced, that have come in and out and just like have been influences. But yeah, man, I was heavily influenced by a lot of the creators and the pioneers of this shit. To put it simple and plain, So, yeah, that's who I pay homage to, man. That's what I still listen to. You know what I mean? I listen to new shit
Yeah.
too, but you know, that's just my DNA right there. So
Yeah, that says touch and go type situation. It's, you really don't know what you're getting into anymore with these albums. Like,
right.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. Now what else was I gonna ask you? Now if you had an option, if you had a chance to like pick three MCs or it's three MCs that passed away, and you could do a track with them, who would you choose?
Shit. Wow, man. I know you didn't do this shit right now. All right. So, man. All right. So, I feel like everyone else is always gonna be like, yo, Biggie and Tupac, and I just don't want to say that shit. So just give me like 10 seconds to think, man, because like I would love to do a track with Mac Miller. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that was a talented ass dude, man. Man, I would say Mac Miller. I would say, yo, a Dagger Biggie track would have been dope.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to default to the obvious, but I don't know if a Dagger Tupac joint would have meshed. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like we could have figured it out, but it would have took the right beat and just like some vibing in the studio type shit. Like we couldn't have done that shit over like Zoom or no fucking email or no shit like that.
Yeah.
So I would go big. I would go, damn, I'm putting Mac Miller with Biggie. That's fucked up. And then I would go, I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm all over the place right now. Man.
How about I give you four?
Give me four?
I'll give you four. I'll make it a little easier for you.
All right. Yo, man, this is a tough one, man. You got me on the spot, but and I hate to just say the default answers. I really feel like I need to like Google search this shit. Or just,
I mean,
like,
whatever you feel would be like your bucket list. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some of the people you mentioned you would want to work with, but like if you was just flat dead in a studio right now, and you was just like, you know what I mean, and you wanted four of the best that passed away, you could bring them back for one day on some Goku shit. Bring them back one day. You know what I mean? Like who would you want to be live in the studio with?
Yo, give me Big Pun. Give me Big Pun for sure. Rest in peace. Give me Dilla, man. He's not an MC, but give me Dilla. Like, let me get in the studio.
As the producer, yo, you know what? Yeah. I bet. I see
Like,
where you
I don't
going.
want to lock it into like MCs because yeah, it's bigger than that. But for sure, man. As far as like top collaborators, yeah, man. I would put Dilla in there. I would put Pun in there. I would put Biggie in there. I'll put Pac in there too, man. We make some dope shit. It's all good. I'll put Big L in there.
Yeah.
I'll probably put Big L in there above Pac, actually. You know what I mean?
I know I would, yo.
Yeah,
I know it's bad to say, you know what I mean? In certain states or certain towns, you can say certain shit and get away with it. But if you in Brooklyn, already know what you have to say. Or you're in the Bronx, well, you can't because you got Pun and you got Big L in the Bronx. But No, not Big L. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if I had the option though, like me as an MC, I think I would have to like see that it is a tough question. I mean, maybe
Probably
I
off
should have
with that one.
rephrased it a little bit here, because I mean, you know what I mean?
Great
Like
question.
maybe older rappers, like though that passed away from longer term. Because if I was to say some shit like that, I would have to put Prodigy.
Oh, of course,
I would have to put Prodigy. I would have to put Sean Price and DMX.
of course.
But as far as like an older variety, I guess Big L, Big Pun. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Nah,
definitely one of
it's
those
kind of
type of questions.
blasphemous. I didn't even mention them cats, but yeah, man, for sure. DMX, yeah, all them cats. I grew up in this era, man. I'm still kind of stuck on that shit, man. This is still what drives me, man. So
Yeah,
I still pay
yeah, I know.
attention,
Trust me.
man. You know, my mind is still in the early '90s, man.
Yo, shout out to Whiskey God, yo. Nah, trust. I know. Yo, shout out to Jerry Graham too, man, for the connect. I definitely gotta mention that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, now it's definitely it's a tough question, yo. But from most of the shows, a lot of people do mention the big pun, the Biggie and shit. So it's like I definitely understand that. I respect it. But Jay Dilla as a producer
Man,
and having Big L on that shit.
come on, man. Give me one session. Give me one night. That's it.
Damn, yeah. I mean, someone I would definitely want to work with too would be DMX. Like, he just passed away more of the recent level, but yeah, man, Big L on a J Dilla beat, man. You had me stuck there for a second on that shit, cause yo, yeah, that's crazy,
It's
man.
crazy because I'm gonna watch this shit probably tomorrow or something, man, and just be like, damn, why didn't I mention so and so? Like,
Yo, why did I say that?
but
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah,
man. Yeah, you put the pressure on me. I feel like I gave you an okay list. I give it
yeah.
a
I
7
mean,
out of 10 out of what I was really feeling, but it's
like if I was to like kind of break it down a little bit, like more so like say if I was to be in the studio and I wanted it to be like super hype, super live, I would definitely want like Pun, Sean Price, you know what I'm saying? Shit, what else was I just thinking of? DMX. You know what I mean? If I wanted
DMX.
it to be live in the fucking studio, everybody just going at each other with the bars and everybody hype as fuck, you have to have that team right there as far as that goes. Now on a lyrical level, I would have to say probably Pun, Prodigy, and L. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but that's just me though. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you could break it down in so many different ways on who you would want. Like, especially if I was to ask you, like, who, if you could bring back producers, who would you have? And it's like, it would kind of make you think. Because Jay Dilla, yeah, he definitely would have to be up there and shit. Like, he would definitely have to be on somebody's team.
Yeah.
So, even as an MC, though, even as an MC, Dilla did his thing, man.
Yeah,
So it's
he
like, you
did.
really can't.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? So he definitely like I honestly it would have been dope for him to work like not work but like be a part of a Tribe Called Quest. Like I feel like he fit in so well with it. Like it would have been fuck yeah, it would have been an arsenal of just fucking
Yeah.
craziness. So
Just like
yeah.
that organic shit, man. Like that. You know what I
hmm
mean? Ain't nothing doctored up
Exactly, yo.
about it, man. That's just from the earth right there.
Most def, yo. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you also battle cats, or do you specifically stay within the lines and shit?
Man, I haven't battled in years, man. I used to, a lot of my lyrics probably come off as like, some hardcore battle rap shits, but I ain't battle rap. It's been years, man, since I was, it's been like 20 plus years, and I ain't no battle rapper. But don't test me.
See,
Don't test me.
we about to segue into the next question then. 'Cause if you had a chance to battle somebody, who would you want to battle against?
Oh man. Ooh. Who's the dopest? I don't know. Who's the dopest MC, man? Like, I don't know. Back in the day, like, I would have said Cannabis. you know, until
See, that's what I was
until he
going
did
to
this thing with LL Cool J. And then LL Cool J kind of hit him up a little bit with a few jabs. But nowadays, I followed the, you know, the rap battle shits for a while. A lot of cats is nice, man. But a lot of that shit is with the pen. And that's all good.
Yeah.
You know, you want to go with the pen, we can go with the pen. Like, if that's a battle, and fuck it, like, let's battle. Battle with the pen.
Yeah, see, the pre-meds is cool and shit, man, but yeah, I'm from the old school too. Like, you know what I mean? You cracking on niggas' shoes, and you cracking on what they're wearing, and you know what I mean? That was more of the hype to me. I don't want to hear about something like you was stalking somebody on somebody's page for like 6 months.
Exactly, man.
and rap about the shit.
I want to know what's free. I'm from the era where freestyle was free. Like, a freestyle was free. It was off the top of the mind. Niggas didn't come with prefabricated lyrics and pre-written verses and all that shit. And that's just cute and everything for television and for smack and all that shit. But like, where I came from, it was off the top, man, mental. Like, just, and that's why it was important to read books and to be smart and to increase your vocabulary. And so that you wasn't always rhyming the same words. Like, that's where this whole intelligence came from, hip hop. Like, it didn't come from schooling and all this shit. It came from hip hop. Like, I didn't want to just use the same bullshit as plain words. Like, and then I would check my freestyles. I'm like, damn, I'm using the same words. I'm like saying the same thing. I got to increase my vocabulary. Read more, research more, do more. So yeah, man. I forgot what your question was, man. My fault. I didn't throw this shit away.
No, I feel you.
We just
I feel you.
I
feel you. It's all good, but I'm gonna have to throw you another curveball though, unfortunately. So since we are segueing into the next part of that, are you down to kick a freestyle or you down to drop some bars?
Of course, always.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear some shit from you after hearing the album. Now I'm intrigued. I want to hear what kind of shit you got.
Yo, Dag, I ain't negative. Chill like a sedative. Label is a method, division of the relative. I build with no imposters, dread but not roster. Drop that shit, cause I'm not that lobster. Confident, not cocky, hands clean like Rocky. Roman independence, defenders, they can't block me. Rough but not rugged, bust but not thugging. Seek the truth, look what this cat drugging. Speak facts in my raps, some hear me as a teacher. Just an outreacher from speaker to speaker. Somebody gotta reach ya. I'm more than a rapper with a backpacker, spread like computer hacker. I tell you how I feel, does that mean I'm dishing? Jesus was a prophet, but I'm not a Christian. I read and write, take time, I see the light. Yo, my fault, man.
Nah, it's cool, man. Yo, you
had to wake it up. Sorry. But yo, I can keep going. I can keep flowing. You know, 360, beat a rotation, flotation. Just be freestyle off the top of the mind. I grind hard. Yo, that be my job, 9 to 5, 24/7, 365. Fucking 52 days a week. It doesn't matter. These words I speak be unique. Yo, just like my man on the comedy shit. Check it. I flip on some old manuscript, longhand, strong man, black man. Ooh, check Black Flowers. Yo, I shower, devour on some old vulture. Fuck that. I'm all about the culture. Yo, I swoop down, put the crown, get down. Nah, fuck that. Stand up. Put your back straight. Yo, whatever, man. I'm fucking around. We having fun.
Nah. You know what, though? I appreciate it, though, man. Like I said, though, that shit ill. You definitely had me zoned out when you started. I'm like, damn, I didn't expect you to come. I didn't expect you to come like that in the beginning and shit. Like, damn, you had me ready to hop in the cipher and shit. I was like, damn, all right, yo.
Let's go.
Nah, I'm gonna have to leave the bars to the real professionals.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah,
word. That was definitely a blessing though, man. Like, yo, cause you got bars, man. Like, and the fact you can come off the head is it makes you even more special as an artist. So I appreciate the shit. You know what I mean? Um, Definitely, yo, that shit's dope. I'm glad you was able to step to the mission.
Yo, yeah, it ain't too many interviews that ask me to do that shit, man. So it kind of threw me off a little bit, but it's all good. It's you know, my shit
I
is a
got
little
it.
rusty, but
Somebody.
you know, it's there.
Word. Somebody got to keep y'all on y'all toes, man.
I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that. I
Cause
appreciate
yeah,
that.
word,
Yes, sir.
word. But see, that's the thing though too about me, cause I'm not. See, everything I do in the show is what I do in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Someone was to approach me and I'm just whatever, let's freestyle. I'm a freestyle. I might be the wackest shit of all time, but I'm gonna fucking spit some shit. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't really do it like that no more because I get kind of zoned out. But you know what I mean? Like, this is the type of shows we need. This is the type of artists we need, such as yourself. Like, people that really step up to the plate, man. Because I can't, I hate when, you know what I mean, you approach certain artists and it's like they got an ego to them or they don't know how to handle things because everything is like pre-scripted or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
nah, I don't like that shit, man. You can't really have somebody being themselves if everything is premeditated. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
But
I'll beware of that shit, man. Beware all that bullshit, like for real, man. Because that shit's like additional weight, man. Just I don't know. Just in general, man, beware that. Whoever's viewing this shit, whoever's peeping this shit, yeah, man, watch out for that dead weight. You know, I don't know. It's good to be conscious of that shit. For sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? As Cannabis used to say, man, you gotta be lyrically fit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because anybody could be super sick with the pen, but if you get put on the spot, you get pressured. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You really can't. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm from New York, so it's like this was an everyday thing. You know what I mean? Step out the crib, you battling. You do this, you do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to. I love that element of hip hop, man. Like I feel like it needs to be brought back. The pre-meds and all that shit is cool too. I mean, I'm down to listen. I'm down to support it, but man, I want to see somebody battling it. Yo, shit. Man, I miss them days. I miss them days. You go outside, you see everybody in the cypher battling, and you just hop in. You just say, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Just like quarters at the arcade. Like, you ready to hop in. You about to do your thing. Like, we don't got that no more. So we need
Yeah,
more of that in hip-hop.
and that's what I try to incorporate that shit in my live shows, man. Like for sure, the 2-man shit, the back and forth shit. Always try to do some kind of routines with a DJ or something, man. Just always trying to keep that essence going, man. But yeah, you right, man. I'm shit. We in the same frequency right now. We on the same page. It's all
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So I was gonna ask you too. So what you got any current shows coming up that you're gonna be performing?
Nah, I ain't got no shows, man. I had a couple offers, but I'm not vaccinated, so nobody wants me. Oh no, you know, as the world continues to open up and whatever the fuck the world is doing. But yeah, man, that was the biggest obstacle, I think, at the time. And it seems like things are getting a little bit more loose. You know, I'm getting a few
Yeah,
more
yeah.
offers and shit. But yeah, man, I just been cooped up in the house, pandemic style, just recording, man, and just staying busy, man. So I'm working on a live set right now. So hopefully, you know, I'll be hitting the city near you soon.
No doubt. Well, if I hear of any shows out there, man, out your way, man. I'll see if I can see what I can do. Get you on some shit. I mean, the whole vaccination shit is really stupid, man. Like it's like how you gonna allow? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna allow all these fucking people in the stores and shit and this and that? But we can't have a hip hop. So it's like just take temperature, do what you gotta do, man. I mean, you know, we shouldn't be held accountable for the dumb people doing dumb shit.
Right. Right. And I
So,
think it's good now, honestly. But you know, the offers that I'm getting are overseas, and like different countries have different fucking policies as far as like what they expect when you come in here from the US and shit, and what kind of documentation you need to show and all this shit. So yeah, I ain't trying to be on no fucking I don't know, you ever see that show where cats be like locked up abroad and shit? Like I'm good, man. I'm gonna keep just making this music and banging it out and working on a dope set until we can string something together. But yeah, man, I definitely plan to hopefully do some shit around the New York area, the East Coast. You know, got some connections in Cali and shit. So yeah, appreciate anything you can do for me, man.
no doubt, no doubt. Well, you definitely your talents definitely need to be put out there. You know what I mean? On the center stage and shit. I mean, so yeah, if I hear of anything, I'm saying some shit. I definitely I'll let you know and shit. Cause yeah, that's crazy. Also, I was gonna ask you, so with everything that you've already released, like, do you have any future collabs you want to do? Like any specific artists you might want to work with or producers?
Man, I just this was just like my seventh solo album. I've been in numerous groups and like so I'm ready. This is my first album that I've actually ventured off of my premiere. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I had my premiere for the last 20 years. His name was DJ Real. He did all the productions for most of my shit leading up until Black Flowers. Black Flowers is like my first project where I kind of ventured off of DJ Real. So yeah, man, I'm rocking with B Leafs now. You know, I got Insight sending me beats. You know, I'm dibbling dabbling with different producers. Shit, man, would love a Knots beat. Would love a Knots beat. You know, always been a Q-Tip fan. Would love a Q-Tip beat. He's a beast on productions, actually. So I love a Q-Tip beat. I love a Knots beat. I'd love a Black Milk beat. I haven't heard much Black Milk lately. But his shit was always just dope to me, like just punchy and just, you know. So yeah, but we'll see. My thing is, man, I'm open to anybody, man. If I hear something on Instagram and this shit is dope, I'm sending you a message. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to have no name. You don't have to have no followers. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's just what I'm doing now. So, yeah, man, it's less the brand and more just the vibe right now. So if the beat's right, if there's producers out there listening to this and feel like, you know, you got some shit that would sound good on a Dagger track, let's go. Like, holla at me for sure. So.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, yo, definitely was a pleasure talking to you, man. Got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yo, Jerry Graham, first of all, for linking this up. Big ups to Jerry. Yeah, I appreciate you. Supreme Neo Almighty, Snow Goons. I know they're a sponsor. And then on top of that, man, my producers on Black Flowers, B Leafs, he handled the majority of productions. Dude's a beast. Check him out. I got Insight on there. Old Veteran, Boston Cat, Kane Major, and my man Timepiece from Australia. And then I got to shout out, of course, my family, my wife, April, A+, my twins, Courtney and Kennedy, my oldest daughter, Genesis, and then my son, Diami, for their contributions to this album, because this shit wouldn't happen without them. So, That's it. And then everyone that's been streaming and downloading, big up, thank you, share it. Yeah, man, that's it.
I'm definitely gonna put the cover for your latest release into the video on YouTube, so this way people can hopefully go and check it out and give you more of the attention you deserve and shit. Definitely I'll definitely have it uploaded by like Sunday so I can do some edits and shit. But yeah, definitely. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Shout out to Snow Goons. Hopefully, they hear your music and you know what I mean. That's the family right there.
Oh
I mean,
man,
I'm giving them the
this is
okay.
one hell of an opening act, man. Let's go.
Word, man. Yeah, I'm saying like that would definitely be a dope collab too. So like, hopefully they run this back when they get the time. And Legal always busy, but you know what I mean. Y'all could work together. Y'all would have some dope ass shit too. So yeah, definitely. But yo, I'm gonna stay in contact with you though. Either way, and after this is done, we'll keep talking, man. And then I'm gonna drop this on YouTube and shit.
Yo, I appreciate you, Supreme, man. And yo, thank you, man. Definitely stay in touch. Yeah, and let's go. I don't know, man. Let's go.
No doubt, no doubt. Bet, bro. I'm gonna talk to you in a few though, man.
All right, brother.
All right, bro. Peace.
Peace.
Shout out to everybody that's been tuned in and listening and whatnot. That was the homie Dagger, man. Yo, he's got a dope ass album, man. He's got a lot of dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Check it out on Spotify, you know what I mean, all platforms and all that. I'm gonna have the cover of the latest release on the YouTube when I drop it. So y'all can check it out. Once again, shout out to the sponsors, you know what I mean? Creative Juices Music, the homie ID, Jice One, the family, you know what I mean? Shout out to Snow Goons, of course, Illegal, Sick Nature, Deck Gunner, all the people that be tuning in, Big Bob, you know what I mean? Rap Almighty. Of course, shout out to the homie DJ Poppy Blaze, Blaze 'em Up Radio, you know what I'm saying? All fam, make sure you follow all them, check them out and shit. Definitely follow Dagger, you know what I mean? Like, show real love and support. In order to check the YouTube, go and subscribe and shit too. We just dropped also the Mickey Bourbon joint that I produced and shit. Grind Mode Cypher shit, you know what I mean? Snow Goon shit. It's dope. So check that shit out. And yo, I'm gonna check y'all again, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Peace.